Greetings and salutations, friends. I am Nimithrander, and once again we're in Genshin Impact and not Krai, continuing the Archon quest by taking a nap. It's kind of amazing how often this winds up happening. What is this, the third time this has happened in Not Krai alone? Oh, Paimon perspective.
So much noise! What's going on this time?
Well, only one way to find out, I guess. Something going on in the flagship, though. That doesn't sound good. Oh, that's a lot of people. Why?
Hey! Where's Flint's? Is he here? Or is it me?
Crap. I guess they still think he murdered Sosi, don't they?
We would be most obliged if you would pipe down a little, dear guest. Our other guests are resting.
Resting? We're all about to be done for, and you're talking about rest? Flint's is a wild hunt shapeshifter, here to deceive us all! If we don't get rid of him now, there'll be no end to this!
You better give him up. If anything happens, your business here is done for. You want that, huh?
Or are you in cahoots with him? You with the wild hunt too, huh?
So, this begs a few questions.
What happened? Did something leak out? But we were so careful last night. How did anyone see us?
Unfortunately, while we were gathering information, we did talk and asked several people if the Wild Hunt had presented itself as a doppelganger. That idea could have spread, but this seems a bit different. Something's fishy about this. I doubt it's because of anything we did, specifically.
What do you mean?
They clearly know something. Why else would they be talking about a Wild Hunt shapeshifter?
This is so confusing! What do we do? These people are no match for Flint's, but they're super heated right now. It's not like all the unusual stuff about him will make it any easier to explain either.
No, so let's go buy some time.
Okay!
Hey! Let us in now!
My apologies. My apologies.
Hold on! Calm down, everyone!
What in Tevat is the meaning of this racket? Are you intent on depriving both the Voynich Guild and the Curatorium of Secrets of even a moment's rest? Boss, do we really have to entertain people who don't respect the rules? Call a few of your boys and have them thrown out.
And what hole did you crawl out of?
A watering hole, of course. The one you've just disturbed. A place to get a moment's respite from all the recent unhappiness, and to escape from all this talk of the Wild Hunt, or strange ghosts and phantoms. Who'd have guessed people like you would come bursting in, shrieking louder than any ghoul?
This is a matter of utmost importance. We've got solid evidence. All we need now is to confront Flint's face to face. Exactly. And you sure don't look like an impartial party either, Nefer.
Oh, don't I now? How about this then, boss? Let them do their search. If they find their man, they can have their little chat. But if they don't, then they owe everyone here an apology, as well as compensation for all the racket they've caused.
Wait, it's... Oh?
All right. I suppose that's the only way. If we don't let them in now, they'll be back sooner or later. What a mess.
Oh, alright then.
Let me guess.
Well, I'd say that sounds like an impartial proposal. What say you? Or are you suddenly unsure of yourselves?
Come on, everyone! Move it!
I'm betting that Nefer knows something we don't. Come to think of it, I don't see Yehoda anywhere. Did you pull a fast one with Yehoda? But then again, how would Yehoda get Flynn's out of the room?
No sign of Flint's.
But how can that be? Hasn't he always stayed here?
Done searching, are we? Guess it's time to uphold your end of the bargain, huh?
How much money are you gonna take off him? Okay. I thought you were going to extort him for money, not beat him.
So, Paimon, you've been waiting to ask me something, haven't you?
Yeah, how did they even find us here?
My inside man with the Lightkeepers informed me that you paid the crime scene a late-night visit. I surmise that you must have rendezvoused with Flint's and obtained some new information. Then, early this morning, a group of people gathered at the town gates, news spreading amongst them that the Wild Hunt could disguise itself by taking on familiar faces. Everyone started throwing out the names of possible suspects. No one, seemingly, was exempt. And amidst it all, Flint's name started gaining more and more traction. I'm sure his solitary lifestyle may have played a part, but I wouldn't discount Rerir throwing fuel on the fire in secret.
So, did Flint's make his escape after hearing about this? And that's where I, Yehoda, the quick-witted, fleet-footed backbone of the Curatorium, got my chance to
Saw
shine.
that coming.
While everyone was super focused on the argument in the main hall, I alone noticed an opening.
I got her to climb up to a window to help Flint's out, only for her to return with nothing but a lantern.
Aw, come on, pause. I was just getting started.
We initially intended to bring Flint's back to the Curatorium and wait those people out, but I never expected this to be all that was left. I imagine, though, that he wouldn't have left something that was so seemingly important to him behind.
Might he intend to come back and get it later? Maybe. I'm not sure. well, he's out of harm's way now, so that's not super important, right?
Oh?
What Paimon means to say is, we got lots of new intel to share.
All right then. Yehoda, contact the others. We're going to need all hands on deck. Let's have this discussion over at my place.
You're in for a surprise, Never. Alright, so now off to the Curatorium. This situation is going to be a bit dicey for Flynn's, isn't it? After all, how exactly is Flynn's going to get out of the lantern now that Yehoda and Never have it? Granted, he could probably go back to humanoid form whenever he chooses. But he can't possibly do that without Nefer and Yehoda noticing. So we're probably going to have to come up with some way of distracting the two of them. Otherwise, well, Flynn's identity is going to be outed here and now. So let's see what we can do to help him. Assuming he wants to hide that still from Nefer and Yehoda. Considering he just asked us not to share it around, I assume he's going to want a distraction. But we'll just have to see how this plays out, I guess. Yep, there he is. Oh good, if we're all in the other room, they won't notice.
I see. So Flint's has a fragment taken from within a Wild Hunt anomaly.
Ooh. That's a lot of people all of a sudden.
Is he gonna be okay now that he's on his own again?
Okay, so now we have Lama, Inefa, and Aino. Pretty much the entire cast is now here. I wonder, Lama has special senses. Could she detect Flynn's, I wonder? Also, Flynn's is a fae. Is he at all related to Lauma's bloodline? Or were the Frostmoon Scions something else entirely? That would be an interesting question, actually. Something truly unique if Lauma were actually descended of the Fae of Snezhnaya, and then getting the, luck or fortune to meet a pure-blooded Fae. That would be interesting indeed, but we'll have to see how this plays out and whether or not Flynn's tells anybody.
Earlier, he said that the fragment had gone still, so it's probably of no use to Rerir now.
In that case, Rerir shouldn't have any reason to keep pursuing him, right? So was all that ruckus back at the flagship just an act of spite? Or what?
If I were him, I would have simply turned my attention to collecting other fragments.
The problem is we don't actually know what the fragments are or what they do, or why Rerir is interested in them.
A reasonable course of action. Remember what we heard back at the tavern? The actual number of Wild Hunt anomalies destroyed has been greater than Lightkeeper records would indicate. Some of these must have been Rerir's doing. He must have been seeking more fragments.
This much is pretty easy to understand, but why would he pretend to be Soci and put so much effort into getting the cannon up and running again?
Maybe 'cause that'd be more efficient than having to clear anomalies himself?
Flynn's mentioned that if the cannon were fired at the Wild Hunt, the fragments would be blasted into oblivion too. Which is precisely why I'm skeptical about whether he's actually trying to collect the fragments or destroy them.
Yeah, I'm confident that the ammo we're packing has the oomph to do that. But I am a mechanic after all. For me, test data and their conclusions speak loudest. Oh, why don't we find a few of those fragments ourselves and use Kuvaki to carry out a little experiment?
Our lab could certainly accommodate such a test.
In other words, we gotta destroy a couple of anomalies and collect fragments from them, right?
Lightkeeper operations have just about ceased following the Sergeant Major's passing. Meanwhile, the Wild Hunt continues to grow in scale by the day. I fear only we can keep the situation under control now.
Then we best act fast. Paimon's got a bad feeling about this.
A feeling we all share, I'm afraid.
I wonder how the Fatui come into all this. What is Sandrone doing? And how is this connected to Kutar? Or else Columbina? Ay ay. He's sowing chaos in Nasha Town, which could have its own uses, but...
There are 3 Wild Hunt sites that must be dealt with urgently. But I believe we have the capacity to handle it.
Since that's the case, I'd like to investigate something on the Lightkeeper's end one more time.
Works for me. And Nefa and I will take our workshop assistants to deal with one of the sites.
The Curatorium will handle another.
And we Frostmoon Scions shall deal with the remaining one.
What was that for?
Paimon didn't think she'd ever get to see everyone here carrying out a plan together like this.
Never mind you. This is a first for me, too.
Let's head out then. We'll meet back up at my lab with the fragments.
If you run into Rerir, do not engage him. He's grown much stronger since our last encounter.
Understood.
Time is of the essence now. Our foe could make his next move at any moment, so we must stay in contact with one another.
Gotcha! Stay safe, everyone.
Huh. anyone seen the lantern? Has Flint's dropped by already?
I was wondering.
Well, considering what you said earlier, you know where we're going next, right?
The Ashen White Order burns. I was kind of hoping that Flynn's would interject during that whole discussion. Also, what was Lauma trying to say to Nefer with that little nod of hers? What were they scheming together? And Nefer was kind of looking away. Quite a long trip. Oh, fast travel it will be. Looks like this is the closest spot to it. Yeah, still wondering. Lauma and Nefer. Nefer didn't actually seem all that fond of Lauma. I wonder... do they have some other private scheme going? Was Lauma actually warning Nefer about Flynn's? Covertly? Did she sense him coming and going? Was that what that gesture was about?
Oh, no one's guarding this place just like he said. But, where do we find the information he mentioned?
Ah, there you are.
This way. Let's move. We're running out of time.
Ah, there you are. Okay, let's split up and make this happen. Or not. How are we supposed to read through this many files?
Yeah, this might be a bit much for two people.
Difficult, yes, but it is also our most efficient option. To expose the true intentions of this Rerir, we need to dive into Krai's history.
Hope we don't land on our heads then. Ah! Ghost!
What's the matter?
That file suddenly moved by itself. This is a graveyard, right, Flint? Do these things just kind of happen?
Many strange things happen here, but this is not one of them.
But that file really did move by itself. Hey, come out! Don't scare Paimon like that!
Someone offering a helping hand? Even the Traveler can't sense it. That's...
Wild Hunt Phenomenologue?
Another one.
Hey! Another file's moving!
With a similar title, too.
Are we being given hints? I feel no hostility. On the contrary, it seems we're being aided somehow.
Really? Hey! Seriously, another one? Okay then. Paimon will read this one.
That's a lot of text.
Phew! Finally finished! Oh, Paimon sure could use a long break from long words now. Hope she can remember it all.
The material I've read through has all been about past Wild Hunt incidents of enormous scale. What about you?
Pretty much the same here.
Paimon as well. Guess that makes 3 of us.
Whatever this is, it seems to want us to notice something. Let's bring our files together and give them another look through.
Alright, Paimon will go fetch hers. All these incidents look pretty different.
Wait. I've noticed something. Before the occurrence of these huge Wild Hunt events, a smaller scale one would erupt in the exact same location. And look. All these smaller scale Wild Hunt site reports share a common outcome.
They'd be detected, but would go inactive before any forces could be sent to deal with them. They could then be sealed directly using a tide seal stone. Huh? But why?
Was Rerir actively clearing these sites?
Some of these records are too old. I doubt he had regained the ability to act freely yet, or we would have met long ago.
Ah! And here's another similarity. Kuvaki in nearby soil completely drained. Could this be important somehow?
Kuvaki and the Wild Hunt are mutually opposed forces. We Lightkeepers previously believed that these small Wild Hunt sites would temporarily go inactive due to being neutralized by the Kuvaki present in the soil. But now that we've synthesized all this data, there is a key issue this hypothesis cannot explain.
If the Wild Hunt power had already been neutralized, why would another large-scale Wild Hunt occur soon after?
Indeed. Despite the name, I would not call a tide seal stone's sealing powers watertight exactly. But for it to fail and the situation to deteriorate in such short order...
Paimon feels like she's almost got it.
Kuvaki increases the power of the Wild Hunt. Oh no, that's not good. He can use Kuvaki.
Yes, that might be it. It could be that when Kuvaki and Abyssal energies meet, the stronger side will suppress the weaker one. And while Kuvaki can indeed destroy small-scale Wild Hunt anomalies, should Rerir be strong enough, the Kuvaki might be his for the taking instead.
Paimon kinda gets where we're going with this.
The Abyss always seeks to corrupt. This is just like the abyssal threat the ancient dragons faced.
What are you referring to?
Oh, we had a real close encounter with the Abyss in Netland. It's a force that tries to taint everything. It's hard to explain in detail, but basically, your reasoning makes sense.
So Rerir also grew stronger, on account of the cannon being fired.
Was there a gap between him pretending to be Sergeant Major Sosi and the cannon being fired?
There was. Aino needed to make some adjustments after we finished those repairs. Rerir, disguised as Sosi, left at that point, leaving him more than enough time to shapeshift into you, return to the Lightkeeper's office and set up the crime scene, before heading over to the cannon's target area and absorbing the Kuvaki.
It all makes sense. And all that just for the fragment I had with me. It begs the question, what makes it so special that he needs it so badly?
That's still a mystery.
That's odd. We shouldn't have any guests. I'll go take a look.
Oh.
Ah, it's an ibis.
I'm assuming Lauma sent you.
It's carrying a letter! Ooh, Lauma must have sent it. She can speak to little animals. Huh, let's see here.
Situation urgent. The cannon began operating shortly after we left Nasha Town and is preparing to fire. It is locked on to Star Sand Shoal. Please return to Nasha Town and assist with all haste. Lauma.
That's gotta be Rerir's doing. But why is he using the cannon again? Didn't he already fire it once before?
And it made him significantly stronger. So one assumes that if he was hit with it again, he'd grow stronger yet.
No time for speculation. He's already made his preparations. If you recall, his body was incomplete when we last met. If this bombardment continues to increase his strength, he might regain his complete form.
A complete sinner. That is a nightmare waiting to happen.
Huh, what should we do? There's no way we're getting back to Nasha Town in time.
We'll just have to trust them.
Let's go to the cannon's target site. That's where we should find Rerir, and that's where we'll stop him. One moment. Just let me get this news to Lauma. Nasha Town is in their hands now.
Go! Fly! Not a moment to lose!
Interesting that the Ibis didn't seem all that put off by Flynn's. So perhaps Lauma's guess about him wasn't quite right.
You're here, as expected.
Ooh.
Humans, you never change. Always trying to use powers you neither comprehend nor control. But it is also thanks to you that I found a way to return.
You've messed with the cannon again, huh? Sorry, but this round's not gonna go your way.
Such faith in your companions. But will the inhabitants of Nasha Town understand why they wish to stop the cannon? I think not. When all they see is the wild hunt surging up everywhere they look, the cannon must seem like their only lifeline. This is the truth I have revealed to them.
So that's why you riled them all up. You were baiting them into firing the cannon.
They did this all of their own volition. The zealous worship of power leads only to annihilation of equally zealous proportions. True power does not heed the commands of the weak.
You were waiting for us to leave Nasha Town then.
Of course. I imagine the one you call Aino would have managed to stop the cannon otherwise. Shame, then, that you proved one step too slow. In their folly, the townspeople will bar the path of all who seek to stop the cannon. And your kind-hearted, weak companions have not the stomach to deal with them. The cannon will not be stopped now.
Well, sir, you look most pleased with yourself. In that case, before you put us out of our misery, I would like to ask you a question, if I may. See this fragment? It once haunted your dreams, but now it seems useless to you. What is it exactly?
That is my corpse.
Sorry, what?
My body was once torn into countless pieces and hurled into the swirling chaos of time itself. But even so, my life and will were not extinguished. Every last fragment calls to me. Sooner or later, they shall welcome my return.
What are you even saying?
Huh. So the terror of the wild hunt was in fact caused by scattered pieces of your corpse. I guess they don't call you one of the 5 sinners for nothing.
serendipity guided the fragments to construct an incomplete version of myself, upon which I began collecting more within Wild Hunt sites across the land. But each time, the fragments I obtained were hardly worth mentioning, while that which you hold in your hand was my heart.
So that's why it responded so strongly to you.
Only by retrieving this most critical piece could I gain mastery over the turbulent Kuvaki energies and be fully reborn.
Hence, you fired that first shot, hoping to regain enough power to seize the fragment from me.
Are you completely crazy? Weren't you afraid of dying?
Dying? Such power has no hope of killing me. It may destroy my form over and over, yet always I rebuild it. It may smash my flesh and crush my bones thousands of times and more, but that is of no consequence to me. What truly infuriates me, however, is how you've destroyed my heart. All that suffering, everything I endured, and all for nothing.
Wanna go another round, then? It's going to turn out the same, and you know it.
I've adapted to the strength and flow of this Kuvaki. The next cannon shot will multiply my strength immeasurably. It will not be a full restoration, no. But it will be more than enough to destroy any in this world who stand in my way. Still, I suspect the Kuvaki will have rendered you down to nutrients for my consumption well before you have the time to kneel before me.
Traveler! Behind you! Look at that light!
Uh-oh. Did they not stop the cannon? A short while earlier. So I wonder, is Rerir now incapable of ever being fully incarnate again? Or is even this just a temporary setback? Ooh, a barrier.
Dang it! Who fired up the cannon without my say-so?
Its defensive barrier has also been activated, likely in anticipation of interference by malicious actors.
The air is thick with fear and anxiety. It's spooking the birds and beasts. What exactly is going on?
You're here. Looks like this was all part of Rerir's plan. Not only did he plant seeds of suspicion in people's hearts, seems he's now igniting them. Yehoda's gone in to scout out the situation. She'll be back any minute.
I'm back! I'm back! Oh, it's bad out there. Rumors flying everywhere you turn. Something about the Wild Hunt preparing to spawn a wave of monsters, the likes of which we've never seen before. But that's not even the worst of it. Lots of folks don't even believe the cannon can prevent this crisis, so they're getting ready to make a run for it. Others are trying to make a quick buck out of this whole mess.
How could they still be thinking about Mora when such a catastrophe is imminent?
Unprecedented danger brings unprecedented opportunities in its wake. A chaotic situation can bury much wrongdoing. Even those who flee without reserve put themselves at the mercy of the divine. Is it any wonder, then, that some will aim to profit? After all, a gamble that might rewrite one's entire life is hard to come by.
Even so.
Well, seeing as you disapprove of their actions so strongly, Lady Moonchanter, I suggest that you be the one to handle them. Not like that's the only major problem on our plate right now.
Affirmative. We must quell the chaos in Nasha Town as soon as possible. Also, the unexpected activation of the cannon entails a high risk of incorrect operation. This must be stopped in a timely manner.
Well, about that, people have been talking about how someone might come to stop the cannon. They've decided they won't let anyone in.
What? I made that thing! They can't just take it from me! Let me over there! What are they gonna do? Stop me?
They might, if Rerir has already formulated some countermeasure. For example, he might have spread a rumor that the Wild Hunt would take your form.
Possibility high. If they view the cannon as Nasha Town's only hope, they are likely to conclude that anyone who tries to stop it must be with the Wild Hunt. We will face strong resistance, but they're just ordinary people. Brute force must be avoided, if possible.
There's no time. Let's go into the town. I'll find some way to calm the townspeople. You find a way to stop the cannon.
And our message arrives.
Oh, you're back. And you have a letter? The Traveler won't make it back in time. So they're heading straight over to Star Sand Shoal instead.
Wait, what? Isn't that the cannon's target? Why would he go there?
Assessing risk level. Maximum.
So if we can't prevent the cannon from being fired...
Then he's prepared for the worst.
And we must ensure that his trust in us is not misplaced. Let's go.
I wonder... So, we're playing as Lauma at the moment, but do we also have... Aino, Inefa, and Nefer on the team? That would be quite interesting. Especially since Nefer isn't even in the game yet.
This place is burning too!
We'll see.
Most of those we've met so far have been attempting to escape, so they haven't gotten in our way. But it won't be so easy from here on out. Looks like they formed groups to protect the cannon. If they believe that we're with the Wild Hunt, we'll have no choice but to force our way through.
Is that Lady Lauma? But are you really her?
It's you, Rixa. I believe you recognize this power, having lived on Hisi Island for so long. It is not something that anyone else could imitate.
I do, yes. So it really is you, my lady. But why are you here? Really, I believe you, but the others, well, they'll be on high alert.
The townspeople have been misled into believing that they needed to activate the cannon. I am here to stop them.
But...
I know what you wish to say. Our island and Nasha Town have never had close ties. There should be no reason for me to intervene. But you chose to leave the island. You had the resolve and the courage to start a new life. It is unfair, unjust, that you should be dragged into this mess just as that life was about to begin. I seek to redress this injustice, not only for you, but for everyone here who wishes to live their lives free from this chaos. Please, have faith in our long-standing friendship, and that this is where my heart has led me.
Thank you, my lady. Thank you. Please help us.
Then come. I need you to step forward alongside me, and to do your part too.
All right, I understand.
Seems we chose the right person for the job. All right, everyone. Let us meet again later.
Huh? You're not coming with us?
We won't be able to calm this storm by our power alone. As such, I'll need to contact some, let's call them friends in high places, shall we? Let's go, Yehoda.
Okay. See you again, everyone! That is, if we can.
Remember these words. The road shall be paved with truth, and we shall pave it ourselves.
It's you, Lady Moonchanter. It's her. Everyone, it's her.
You're right, lady.
Well, so much for getting to play Nefer in this encounter.
Creature, aren't you?
Go.
Yep, the cannon is over there.
Lady Moonchanter, there's a child here!
It's all right now. Go, quickly.
You wretched monsters! You're not getting anywhere near the cannon!
The monsters you fear do not exist here. The madness you have fallen to has been the source of untold disasters.
You think we had a choice?
Destiny is no excuse for greed and destruction. The choice has always been yours to make, and it remains so, even now.
Well, at least they didn't attack us.
Thank you for bringing us here. We can quickly overcome the barrier by going upward from over there.
The cannon is all yours now.
Got it. Thanks, Lauma. Nefer, give her a crown cake.
Orders received and immediately deferred. Departure takes priority.
Please, everyone, listen to me. I will not deny that we hold different beliefs, but in the face of the immense threat that hangs above us all, we must persist in trusting one another. Otherwise, rifts will surely form, prized open by those who harbor ulterior motives. If your fear is born of helplessness, if you flee because you know not how to fight, then follow me, you who are lost. I am no god, but so long as we hold our candles steady and unite beneath the same moonlight, no deception or rumors can be concealed from us. Let us resolve then to defend ourselves and to stand firm against the false illusions by which our foe seeks to beguile us.
And now it's up to Nefer and Aino to make the difference here and stop the cannon.
Let's go, Nefer. This way up. This is making me dizzier than I expected.
Adjusting route. Make ready.
That is actually kind of cute, seeing Nefer carrying Aino like that.
Out of the way, small fry.
I'm trying to... Oh, they're really getting annoying. Just a little too slow to stop it.
What happened to the path?
Track missing. Fall imminent. Preparing barrier breakthrough. Brace for impact.
Better be quick about it. We're heading right for it. Let's hope that was the flash of light that Paimon was drawing our attention to. Ooh. What? Knuckle Duck, why are you here?
Preparing for dust-up. Installation chamber deployed.
Go claw! Durango!
Good thing they're giving us healing drops, otherwise we'd be in a bit of trouble here.
Interference detected. Entering countermeasure mode.
Good thing I fought this in the abyss already.
Easy peasy. What made you think I couldn't take on one of my own designs, huh?
Also, how did it get here and why?
This isn't good enough, we gotta hurry!
Scanning. Kuvaki ammunition fully loaded. Preheating complete. The cannon is going through its final pre-fire checks.
Aw, alright, let's hit the emergency brake.
Assessment. Not enough time. Emergency brake will cause internal explosion of stored Kuvaki. Damage assessment. Incalculable. Nasha Town likely to be blasted skyward.
Oh no.
No, I mean a manual brake, the primitive kind.
A manual brake. Understood. Roger that.
If they can redirect the cannon, then Rerir won't get his power boost.
We are out of time.
All your efforts have been futile. It is too late now.
Perhaps you're right. Why aren't you running?
Sigisato passa sax, intimi potutos. Necritus necrus baptisi, que ondes tu solos pentusi. Osesticos palatin tirantur resurcu, topir aethion veratum.
Was that enough to stop Rerir from gaining power, though? That does not look promising. a bit more flesh and blood than before. Rerir. Blasphemy against death. Now we're in for it. I wonder, will we get a test drive of Flynn's for this battle? Or will I be using my own team?
Well, that's not good.
Sluggish. Torpid. This body is a disappointment. I can barely muster 10% of my original strength. You've ruined everything again.
Let me guess. You didn't get a human body back, did you?
What's with him?
He's stronger, but how much stronger?
Verfnir. Rheindotter. Flinders.
Watch out! Whatever rationality he still had when he was searching for his body is gone. All that's left is the calamity you see before you. A monster fueled by nothing but his own obsession.
Matters not. Having a heart. Being human. It's all irrelevant. Completely and utterly insignificant. You matter not. Does anything in this world. None of it matters to me! Fools. Time to die!
So much for it not mattering to you.
You too have the potential to be driven mad by knowledge. But the truths you seek are so insipid, how laughable that you should die for their sake.
Let me guess, Androne.
You're wrong. The unknown is but a fog to be dispersed. Knowledge is the true pillar of the world. You're not the only one who got stronger. Polonia!
Columbina? Was that Columbina saving us? The white light leads me to think so. And I don't know of anyone else close by enough to have rescued us like that. And... yeah, I thought so.
We're safe?
And Sandrone's reaction led me to that idea too. As if she knew who was doing it and was trying to tell them not to save us. Not to interfere.
It seems this young lady aided in our escape. You have my sincere gratitude, dear madam. The flowers here bloom in such peaceful silence. I imagine you would not have invited anyone here were it not an emergency.
Talk about a good judge of character. Unless, of course, you've met Columbina before.
Oh? I take it that means you've been here before then. In that case, I count myself fortunate to be your associate.
Columbina! What did you do that for? I studied his abilities inside out, equipped Paulownia with comprehensive countermeasures. We were going to settle the score!
But he still broke through, did he not?
What? You expect a battle to be completely one-sided? I just didn't expect him to have no sense of honor whatsoever. Paulownia would have been fine in a head-on clash, but battles just get chaotic.
Oh, so you actually thought you could win. Have you been taking care of yourself lately? Your calculations seem to have deviated quite seriously. Perhaps you could try sleeping and rising earlier. Or you could adopt my previous recommendation and...
I loved that little head tilt that Sandrone did.
Hey, listen here, Columbina. I tolerated your nonsense previously because we were colleagues. There's a Fatui warrant out on your head, and don't you forget that. Don't make me fight you right here and now.
And I can tell you that if you lay a finger on her, I will fight you and I will tear Paulownia to pieces.
Oh, I was just a little concerned about you, that's all. Just like that time when you weren't making any progress with your research. So you went and cooped yourself up all alone.
That was none of your business! And don't you ever drag me out to one of your freaky hovels again! Come on, Paulownia! We're leaving! Well, anyway, thank you.
We would have been in a tight spot without you. This was quite unexpected.
I was worried about you, too. Not only because the remains of the Eternal Moon Goddess cannot fall into his hands, but also because you've done much for me yourselves. And then well, I brought your associate along for the ride, too. But that was as much as I could do.
You're not afraid to speak your mind, miss. I like that. Please, call me Flint's. It is my honor to make the acquaintance of one such as yourself.
Still, what do we do now? Rerir's gotten stronger again. At this point, it doesn't seem like we can beat him.
We did block most of the Kuvaki, so I'd say we've put a lid on his plans for now at least. But we still don't know what his aims are, and he may continue gathering power. So we must be very careful.
After you left, I can no longer sense his presence.
That means it's safe out there for now, right?
A question, if I may. kind, Miss Columbina. When the cannon's Kuvaki beam was deflected earlier, I saw several bolts of energy streak toward Hisi Island, only to be blocked. Did you also have a hand in that?
No.
I see. Curious.
Oh yeah! The cannon veered off course in the end, didn't it? Paimon wonders how Aino and the others are doing. Let's head back and check on them.
In that case, Miss Columbina, I shall not disturb your serenity any longer. Thank you once again for coming to the rescue.
Go now, all of you. Do not worry.
I thank you once again.
My strength still isn't returning. It seems my time is running out.
What did this cost you, Columbina? I hate to think. I hate to think of what we might just have cost her for that rescue. Well, now I suppose we have to go and see whether everyone else managed to get out of this mess without sacrifice. Inefa seemed the most likely to be in danger. After all, she was exposed to the energy of the cannon. That can't have been good for her.
Fortunately, we were able to minimize the harm. Only a few townspeople were hurt. But the Rerir of Solnari has now gained a complete form, while we still know nothing about his goals.
It seems we have done something akin to releasing a vicious Kukusaur into the wild. I'm sorry. Is no one here familiar with Kukusaurs?
Natlan reference. Afraid that won't fly here in Not Krai. Pun intended.
Paimon knows what you mean, but that analogy seems more than slightly understated.
He said that this world means nothing to him, so it is possible that he doesn't have a reason to fight us at the moment. If his objective had been revenge alone, we would likely have no recourse.
Is there, still time for me to tender my resignation?
That would be a no.
Just kidding, just kidding. Don't worry, boss. I know there's no running now.
So my cannon, my pride and joy was a hindrance rather than a help. You know what? I'm gonna dismantle it right now.
This wasn't your fault, I know. Nor was it the cannons. There was no way of knowing that an enemy like Rerir would appear.
That's right! And it still works on normal Wild Hunt anomalies. Don't let this get you down, I know.
Flints, we'll need you to attend to the aftermath with the Lightkeepers. Don't worry, I've explained everything to them. You're in the clear.
My thanks. For that and for everything else I hear you did to help us arrive at the truth.
Had you been willing to show yourself in public more often, you would not have been so easy to isolate, you know.
Point taken. I will give that some thought. I suppose that's one way I'd benefit from replacing Sergeant Major Sosi.
You mean, you're being promoted?
He's joking, Paimon.
Was
No, you weren't.
Well, if you've got a moment, would you like to come with me?
Oh, and Lama just leaves.
There's a certain gentleman I'd like to send off on his final journey.
Soci, I assume. You know, I actually wanted to see a conversation with Lauma and Flynn's. She seemed distrustful of him, and I wanted to see whether her opinion had changed.
This man was like a lighthouse. Here he lived as if it were a mere matter of course, and brought light and grace to those around him. But people, once used to illumination, are apt to ignore the lantern's presence. Slowly, gradually, he came to think as such himself. I have achieved too little. I must do better. There is more work to be done. Perhaps his end was tragic. But I remain proud of the way in which he illuminated the path for others. Every shadow born of the light shall remember it.
Oh, poor guy.
I once heard the tale of a lantern fae.
I've heard that one too.
And I'd like to say the same to him. There's no need to be so fixated on the outcome.
Is that so? Well, you're right. It may seem that our efforts were in vain, that Rerir achieved his goals, but we will pursue him to the last, even if the outcome is not what we wish for. It is not dissimilar to the role of a graveyard keeper. We do not seek to bring the dead back to life, only to grant them peace.
I'm glad to hear that's how you see it.
Oh, what are you two talking about? Care to explain?
Not right now, Paimon. I'll tell you when we get back.
Okay.
Either way, the Lantern Fae is not playing the leading role in these final rites. Lightbearer, with your blood you have paved the road to glory and justice. Even as we hurry on, bruised and battered though we may be, stay a while and look back upon the world and all its love and hatred, until it closes its eyes in the depths of night, and a lantern lit for you alone flickers softly into life. Thank you for everything, Sergeant Major Soci.
Oh, the Luonatar has arrived as well. Kind of a pity that I don't actually see it at the moment. I wonder, has Columbina summoned us?
Hey, it's the Wanator! Should we go after her? Or do you have someone else you'd like to meet?
So what are the... Oh. Nefer. Nefer I'll talk to. Dory, not so much. I wonder, where did Lauma get to? Oh wait, there's more than... Oh, Flynn's is at the craft shop. Wouldn't expect to see him there. I rather doubt that Sandrone would care for us paying a visit. Alright, let's go see Nefer at the Curatorium. guessing she's going to be inside. Nope, there she is with Yehoda.
Boss, do you remember that thing that I wanted to ask your opinion about? On a scale of 1 to 10, how much effort should the Curatorium of Secrets put in if we were to work with others again? Is that a 1? Isn't that kinda low?
Guess again.
Wait. You mean 0? But wouldn't we just be slapping our brand on the joint venture and calling it a day? Why even team up at that point?
Yehoda, what I mean to say is that there's neither an upper nor lower limit.
Aw, that's just like you, boss. Always thinking ahead. Wait a minute. That's not an answer at all. Is it? Oh, come on. Just give me a number, boss. Please.
I will say, there is a logic in taking every case as it comes, and defining how much effort or lack of effort is appropriate, depending on the specific scenario. So, I'd say that's actually a very sensible way to go about things. Going all or nothing in every scenario is almost certain to lead you astray. So, yeah, I agree with Nefer on that one. Oh, and no actual... No actual meeting or speaking with them, huh? Oh, fine. Dory, you're next. I do try to cover as much story content as possible, within reason. Therefore, alas, I will converse with Dory.
What brings you here? Didn't expect to see you around again.
The feeling's mutual.
And where have you been, huh? Didn't run away or anything, did ya?
Oh, of course not. I was simply elsewhere discussing business deals.
Of course.
Indeed, it was all thanks to you that my little store was saved. I am grateful, so grateful.
Okay, you can cut it with the acting now.
What? Why, I wasn't acting in the slightest. And didn't I tell you that my prices were reasonable? Oh, but you still turn to that Curatorium of Secrets, or whatever it is they call it. If even regulars such as you abandon ship like this, what can a businesswoman do but take her wares elsewhere?
You're way too wary of the Curatorium. And while I wouldn't exactly call Nefer a nice or good person, so far she's a lot better than you.
And how should I not be, Running small overseas enterprises is no mean feat. Never mind when such formidable competition exists. Forget it. Fortune and destiny are as one, so there is no use complaining. It's not as if Nefer did me no favors on account of our common homeland when I first arrived.
I thought she might be from Sumeru. The whole Egyptian theme she has going, what with the name. Yeah, that was definitely Sumeru-esque.
If anything is to blame, it is the lack of opportunity to have her owe me in turn big time.
Don't expect me to help you with that. Even if I'm not especially fond of her, I loathe you.
Now then, should she ever need anything, you make sure, make doubly sure, to inform me first, alright?
Not a chance. I would go to literally anyone other than you, just because you asked. Ah, there's Llama. I was wondering where she would get to. It is a small pity that none of these are counting
Melusines are beautiful.
toward the anecdote count. But no matter. Ah, Llama and Inefa. So it'll be Flynn's and Aino at the workshop, huh?
Krumkake creation complete. Please, enjoy while it's hot.
Oh, I see. So you actually did follow through on Aino's order. Just a bit belatedly.
Thank you for going to the trouble of remembering that, Miss Inefa. May this taste bear witness to a friendship that will endure forever and a day.
Understood. However, I fear that Krumkakes do not keep for that long. A week at most may pass before their taste deteriorates.
That's not quite what I meant by...
Huh? We appear to have some guests.
They must have followed the aroma of the Krumkake. It's all right. Come closer. Inefa's a friend.
Affirmative. In fact, I can devise a cereal omelet based on individual preferences before crushing it into servings to share around.
Huh?
What are they saying?
They are discussing your address. They wish to go home with you.
Well, that's amusing. Although, once again, no interaction with Traveler and Paimon is a little disappointing. Well, next up will be Flynn's, who I assume is going to be speaking to Aino. Not exactly the pairing I was hoping for, if I'm being honest. Like I said, I actually really want to see Flynn's and Lauma talking. Now that we know that he's a Fae, how would that change Lauma's perspective of him, I wonder? She was very skeptical of him at the first. So it would be interesting to see how her opinion has changed, but... I suppose we'll have to wait until a later story beat. Which is a little disappointing. I see Aino. But I'm not seeing Flynn's anywhere.
Flynn's? Don't see you coming around here often. Just feel free to take a look. I'm busy right now.
Well, I've come to visit you, Miss Aino. Here, I've brought some snacks from town in their traditional butter flavor. So, where should I leave them?
Shh, Inefa might hear you. So, what's the occasion? Are you gonna say that the Rat Niki will be taking over all Wild Hunt incidents after that hiccup with the cannon?
And criticize a genius like yourself on account of results that none of us could anticipate. We would not be that crass. If we really did do that, I dare say we shall never again see technological breakthroughs.
Sweet talker.
It gladdens me to have set your heart at ease.
Anyway, what's the matter exactly?
Well, could you help me repair this lantern? I did bring it to Nasha Town to get it fixed, but it broke again during our previous battle.
You want a genius like me to go fix a lantern?
Oh, my apologies. Perhaps this request should be better directed to Miss Inefa, and perhaps the snacks too.
Well, I mean, I can totally do this, no problem. Wait right there. I'll be done before you can say fix it.
You certain?
Much obliged then.
And next time this happens to you, make sure to come to me first, you hear?
My, Flins, but you certainly do know how to bribe a girl, don't you? Although, let's be fair, I know it's really easy to bribe. All you need is something sweet. and to threaten Inefa. Or rather, threaten Ina with Inefa.
Fix my lantern, he says. Please, this won't take 10 minutes. If only everyone knew what the heck they were doing. Take that Hinsa, for instance. How in the world do you end up creating an integrated controller for the cannon and the barrier from random components people ask you to fix? Ugh, it gives me a headache just thinking about it. I gave him a real earful and told him to send me regular reports. If he's been working on it lately, I want to hear about it. Yeah, I mean, I know I'm partly at fault too, alright?
Well, so long as you understand. And don't feel too bad about it. After all, who could anticipate a monster like Rerir turning up? Or that he would be capable of literally eating the cannon's ammunition. And now we have our two cape bros together. Hello, Flins.
Ah, fancy meeting you here. I've decided my lantern has earned itself some thorough maintenance after that rather intense battle. Thank you for keeping my secrets, despite knowing as much as you do.
I didn't have time to ask this before, but why were the Lightkeepers able to detect your lantern?
Well, because otherwise I'd get in trouble with the Starshiner. If they couldn't detect my own lantern, I suspect the higher-ups would foist a standard-issue Ratnik lantern on me. A Ratnik carrying 2 lanterns. Imagine that. It would be an aesthetic transgression of the highest order.
I see. Now then, I think that is all of the little side stories. So now it's time to return to the hill and see what the Luonatar wants of us. I presume that she was sent by Columbina. Although, I worry for Columbina's welfare. It seemed as if saving us took something serious from her. Alas, it's now daylight. Let's actually make it night once again. Not much of a wait anyway. Only seems right to approach Columbina under the light of the moon. So where are we going exactly? It doesn't seem like we're going too far. Ah, it was Columbina.
Columbina! What are you doing here?
Was it not you who recommended such walkabouts to me?
Yeah, but aren't you afraid the Fatui will see you?
Zandrone seems uninterested in my capture, and the others are unlikely to risk making contact at all. They have more troublesome affairs to deal with.
Yes, we don't know where Rerir went, and until we do, everyone will be on edge, including the Fatui.
Well, it's good to come out for a walk either way. So, how do you feel? Is Nasha Town to your liking?
Ooh, considering how unpleasant some of the natives can be. And considering what Columbina had to deal with before, with the greed of certain people, yeah, I don't imagine she actually likes this place much.
The flow of Kuvaki is somewhat turbulent, and the people are ill at ease. However... Is this where you purchased the dishes you treated me to?
Yes.
Are you serious? That's what she's concerned about? Berries and fried meat? Well, we can take you to grab a bite if you'd like to. There's all sorts of delicious stuff out here that you won't get to try at home.
You've been quite subdued. Thorny questions on your mind, perhaps?
I'm concerned about Rerir.
I could not gain any insight into his schemes, I fear. Now that he has donned a shape and form, selling his power short would prove a fatal error. But that power of his plays host to an obsession that borders on mania. I cannot say if that fixation is directed at the moons or at something else. Perhaps understanding the subject of his fixation shall prove key to repelling him in the future.
What can you tell me about the Fatui, if you wouldn't mind?
Well, Zandrone's daily routine is highly irregular, while the doctor often orders people around. As for Arlecchino... Was that not what you were curious about? Well then, have you been to that experimental design bureau of theirs? That weapon will play a key role in the Tsaritsa's plan. That's what I've heard, anyway.
Weapon?
And what plan is that precisely? Well, I cannot say I care.
Unfortunate. If you had cared, you might have had more to tell. No matter. We'll learn in due time, I'm sure. I've been thinking about our spaceship. Would you happen to know anything more about it?
I could look into the Eternal Moon's marrow for you if you wish it so. But after our previous attempt, I suspect your spaceship has been intentionally hidden away. Perhaps someone has certain truths they wish to hide from you, or from others. And I doubt there are many who could accomplish such a feat.
I suppose that's all for now.
I still wish to return to the moon that belongs to me. That is where the answers lie buried. That is my true home.
Elegy of Dust and Lamplight. Ended. Sounds like we were teleported. Where to, I wonder? Oh, Rerir.
Interesting. You followed me this far. Why not show your face?
Haha! Right! Right you are. I forgot to introduce myself. The name's Varka, Knight of Boreas, and Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius.
Varka and Rerir. Now that would be an interesting clash. To the lighthouse. blessings of the Frost Moon, and problem-sorting robot. Ah, and another one, venture towards the moonlight. Yeah, we ended up putting all of those quests on hold so that I might complete the primary Archon quest. And now, that pays off. As now we can collect our winnings. So, knuckle-duckle parts for Flynn's, huh? Ah, frost lamp flowers, too. I'm gonna have to get a lot of these, aren't I? Alright. So these actually tell us what material we need. Good, I was beginning to wonder. I'm probably not... No, scratch that. Definitely not gonna be able to max Flynn's out the first day we have him. But I can at least start gathering some of the local specialties for him. And another 500 Primos. And another 100 for having completed the main store. Oh. No, actually, just exploration. Wouldn't have thought that, honestly. So there's another story quest that needs doing. Interesting. Oh well. Let's see. So we still have 2 days before the banners change, and we can finally wish for Flynn's. Let's see. I have 64 wishes in Primo Gems, as well as 10 in Star Glitter. 74 right there. And then I have 2 wishes in Intertwined Fates. So 76 wishes. Let's see. I might be able to get one more. Yep. 77. And 78. And I had 9 pity from Lauma's banner. So, I am pretty much guaranteed to get a 5-star as soon as Flynn's banner opens. Not a bad way to set up for the next part. But now I think I need a break, as we've finished all we can for the moment of the major Archon quest. I'll have to wait until 6.1 to delve into Rerir and Varka's goings-on, I suspect. So, if you've enjoyed this, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Do check out my Elden Ring Let's Play, as well as my playthrough of the Genshin Impact main story. And, as always, have a good day.